Let's get into this. So basically, I saw something I couldn't resist because obviously I spoke about the nurses the other day, the TikTok nurses. Tim Pool made a video about it, so I covered it. However, I saw this. The battle we've all been waiting for. Kaitlin Bennett versus TikTok nurses. The battle everyone's been talking about. I just find it kind of weird that you'd go up against medical professionals like this. It's kind of weird, you know. I think it's like makeup. Anyway, without any further ado, let's not muck about. Let's just get straight into the video. And we'll see what's going on, alright? Let's go. Let's go.
You guys ever wonder what I think about TikTok nurses? Well, this is what I think about TikTok nurses.
Plague Doctor. Okay. Good. Ooh, look at the effects. Oh, right. So that makeup, is she supposed to have the plague? Is that what it is? Okay, I get it now. Okay. Okay, is that it? So obviously we've got this plague doctor. We've got this plague doctor that's going to treat a plague victim. I mean, where are they as well? What's this? Is that palm tree? I'm not good with it. It's just a hedge. There's some sort of exotic hedge there. That's an exotic hedge. And he's going to treat the plague victim, but he just starts dancing instead. Yeah, exactly. Do these people think that like they're supposed to be treating a COVID patient, but they're just going and doing a dance instead? There's someone like wasting away in a ventilator. You know, the alarm's going off. Beep, 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 beep. They're about to die. And the person that's supposed to be looking after them is part of a 50-man strong choreographed TikTok routine in the parking lot outside. Hot take. Nurses doing TikTok bounces is a new form of ringing round the roses. Yeah, maybe. I mean, look, I've made my thoughts about this clear before. It's people that are clearly on a break or something like that. You know, it's not... They're not going to like... It's not going to impede their job, you know, in order to do it. In fact, I tell you what I'll do. When I'm on with Doc Midnight later, I'll ask him about TikTok nurses. You know? Is this person okay? I mean, she's got the plague, I think. No fun allowed. Oh, it's all so tiresome.
Obviously, there's a lot I can't say here on YouTube and Facebook about TikTok nurses.
Oh
what
my
I
God.
really think about them and what apparently they're treating. Go to libertyhangout.tv to watch the uncensored portion about my thoughts and what it took to get this done.
The grift is real.
Can you imagine for...
The grift is real. I can't say my true opinions here. Come and subscribe to my website where you got to spend, what was it, $15, I think? Was it $15 a month? I can't remember how much it is. You got to spend $15 a month in order to find out what I really feel. Here's the thing though, right? If you really cared about people hearing your uncensored views, do you know what you'd do? You'd put it on BitChute. Because BitChute doesn't have as stringent regulation, rules, as YouTube does. So if you were really that concerned about people hearing what you've got to say without being censored or whatever, then you would just put it on BitChute. But these people don't. These people don't because they don't care about that, really. It's all a big grift to them. I wouldn't mind if they were honest. If they were just honest about it and said, hey, look, we've got this new website. We want you to sign up. You know, it'd be good if you did. You get exclusive content on there. But it's the way that she's positioning it as, if you want to hear my true opinions, you have to go and subscribe to my website. So yeah, just wipe some Heinz on her face. Yeah, well that's the thing. She's making out like the makeup's some big thing that she's done. Yeah. Oh. We require your funds to stay alive.
For a second, if during the height of the bubonic plague in the 1300s, doctors took the time to make choreographed dance routines, can you imagine if after responding to an accident on the side of the road, first responders started dancing in front of the wreck? Can you also imagine if after announcing the new Pfizer vaccine, President Trump filmed a video dancing in the Rose Garden? I don't think any of us can, and I think just about every Democrat would call it insensitive. So
yeah, wait a sec. Yeah. From what I know about 14th century doctors, I think you'd probably be better off there dancing rather than treating you. Yeah, true. And there was actually like a nursery rhyme that was created about, like, it's kind of like a form of dark humor in some ways, right? Obviously, it wasn't created by doctors. Yeah, Ring Around the Rosie. That was like a form of like dark humor that was created back at the time. You know, the idea of the idea of like some, and the thing is, some of it isn't even dark humor. They're just mucking about and having fun. There was that one where they were carrying the COVID body out to the coffin dance thing, but I don't know whether that was saying that. I don't know the context of that. I couldn't really find it. When you spend money on a website, I'm a Nazi actually. Yeah, loads of dark humor. And I genuinely think that these people just don't understand that, like, there is a culture in like the medical profession to have a certain element of dark humor anyway, you know. So yeah. It was thought that the plague was caused by bad air, so the sweet-smelling flowers were thought to ward off the plague. Damn.
The same about TikTok nurses. We've all seen plenty videos by now of nurses that are clearly overburdened, working long shifts, and having zero free time whatsoever, filming themselves dancing on TikTok. They'll shake their butts, do the stanky leg, and orchestrate entire choreographed routines that they must all coincidentally know, since they're obviously too busy treating so many patients to plan them out ahead of time, right? And all the while they're dancing, we're being told that the darkest days are yet to come, and that we're the ones not taking this seriously. I want you guys to understand, people aren't mad about the dancing explicitly. People are mad because we were told back in March that we had to crash the economy, barricade ourselves indoors, close our businesses, shut down schools, cancel weddings, and become depressed, homeless, and hungry to prevent these nurses from becoming overwhelmed in the hospitals. Now, in case you're not good at math.
Okay, let's try and figure something out here, okay? Let's try and just do some napkin math on this, right? Listen. How many nurses are there in the United States, do you think? As like a total. How many nurses are there in the United States? So, in fact, we can probably look it up. Hey, Denims! Thanks so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. I hope you had a great stream. Look at that. Look at the SocDem Marxist unity that's happening right now, okay? Just like Rosa Luxemburg and Lenin. Okay, that's what it is. Thank you very much for the raid. I really appreciate it, okay? Okay, listen. Okay, so let's find out how many nurses there are in the UK. Just to fill you in, Raiders, okay? We're doing a segment about Kaitlin Bennett complaining about TikTok nurses. We're going to be speaking to a COVID doctor later in about 50 minutes. So we're gonna pick his brain about this too, okay? Thank you for the hearts. I really appreciate it, okay? It's warming my cold black heart up a little bit. Okay, so I want to find out how many nurses there are in the US. Poo-poo Bennett. Okay, so here we go. So this is just the top figure pulled off of Google. But for the purposes of what I'm trying to do, that's fine, okay? Good pause. Yeah, always. Okay, 3.8 million registered nurses nationwide, okay? So, This is totally off the cuff. How many dancing TikTok nurses do you think there are in total? If you were to add them all up, how many dancing TikTok nurses do you think there is? Right? Give me a figure. Over what, 20? 20 to 50? No, I was thinking more than that. Couple of handfuls. Now, I would say 1,000. I'd go with 1,000 personally. I'd go with 1,000. Let's overestimate anyway. Listen, 500,000. Holy shit. Let's go with 1,000, okay? Right, let's go with 1,000. Wait a second. Wait a second, I'm doing it the wrong way round. I can't do maths. Wait, no, wait. 1,000. Okay, here we go, I got it now. Okay, so that means that there's like about what? Okay, let's get to the point, okay? Let's get to the point. Listen, stop mucking about now. Stop mucking about. I'm going to say this. There's probably about 1 to 2%, okay? There's probably about 1 to 2% of nurses that are engaging in this behaviour, okay? Or less. Even if 100% of them were. Well, I don't think 100% of them would be able to. Otherwise, they might have a point. If every nurse was just TikTok dancing all the time. So here's the thing. Let's say there's 1 or 2% of nurses that are doing this. And out of that 1 to 2% of nurses, out of their time, how much of their percent time is taken up doing TikTok dances? Do you think? Do you see what I mean? You know, you start to break it down like that, and you get to the point where it's like you've got say 2% of nurses that are using, like, you know, less than 1% of their time doing a TikTok dance. And it makes you just think, well, hang on a sec. Are we really getting so worked up about such a small number of nurses doing a TikTok? Like, it just really starts to fall apart and look so stupid when you really break down the numbers like that. Obviously, I don't know what the numbers are. I can only guess. But I can't imagine that there's any more than 1,000, even 5,000, even 10,000. Even if we really overestimate it. Right? Yeah, Martin, you've nailed it. So you know, we don't know the exact figures to calculate it all. But if it was like, 0.01% of nurse man hours are spent... Actually, sorry, can we call it woman hours, please, in fact? No, hang on a sec. We need to call it mankind hours. Nurse mankind hours. Nurse person hours. Femoid hours. No, okay, it's getting silly now. But even if, so it's like, I would say, okay, I can quite comfortably say it's less than 1% of nursing time that is spent doing this, right? Nursing hours, that's a good one. Nurses must be treating COVID patients every moment, no downtime, no food, no sleep. Yeah, do these people realise that these people go home from the hospital and sleep and rest sometimes? What do they think about that, I wonder? Anyway, let's continue.
I've got you covered. That was 9 months ago. And TikTok nurses have been around for months. This isn't new. You should be absolutely appalled and disgusted that we are told that we're not taking this virus seriously unless we let ourselves be treated like peasants with no rights. While TikTok promotes people in scrubs doing the stanky leg in the very places that people are dying. How am I supposed to sit here and let myself be lectured about what a terrible person I am?
Have these people ever been to a hospital? Do they think it's just like a place of morbidness? Like you can't possibly laugh or joke or do anything? Do they realise babies are born at hospitals? Can you believe that there's people dying of COVID at hospitals whilst at the same time there's babies being born? Do you know how insulting that is to people? Do you know how death phobic that is? To the people that are dying. I mean, come on. There's babies being born. There's people going in for treatment on their gammy knee and they're quite happy. They're just getting their knee fixed. There's someone going in to get their hip replaced. How terribly insulting to the people with coronavirus. I mean, are you kidding me? Imagine how pissed off they're going to be that the doctors aren't pissing in bottles instead of going on a toilet break. Yeah, exactly. You know, this whole fury and anger from these people, I really just don't understand it. It just seems so unhinged and so unnecessary. And when you really break it down like this, it just gets silly. Hey, Leah, thanks so much for the sub. I really appreciate it. Welcome to the Chud Club. How many nurses get that job because they actually care about people? Not many, mate. Wait. Hang on a sec. What are you saying? Hang on. Do you know people that work in like the medical profession? Because I don't know the stats, but I'm fairly confident to say that people get into healthcare because there is a concern about healthcare. Broadly speaking, obviously there'll be some people that get into it for other reasons. But the idea that there's not many people that go into nurses because they care about people, I mean, of course, why the fuck would you want to be a nurse if it wasn't because you had some sort of altruistic energy within you to care for people? Yeah, exactly. It's not a very well-paid career. What other reason would there be? Tell me what other reason you think there is for people getting into nursing. I'll just wait for a sec while you lay that out, okay? Oh my god. Sinister Cola with a very generous 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. That's incredible generosity. Yes, I've seen a nurse... Wait. I've seen a nurse give free blowjobs at concerts. That might be the best and most hilarious piece of anecdotal evidence anyone's ever provided. Let's continue anyway.
For not muzzling up when these healthcare heroes are making a complete mockery out of this entire virus. How is it that we're the ones not serious about it, but the people that have the time to plan out elaborate dance routines as bodies lay cold in their hospitals are? The disconnect here is that with the dancing comes a political agenda. They're not just dancing for the sake of dancing, but for the sake of telling you to stay home, muzzle your face, and listen to the overlords in the Democratic Party. It's why left-wing outlets like The Guardian praise TikTok nurses for keeping morale high.
Left-wing outlets. Oh my god. Centre-left at best, okay? Centre-left at best. NHS staff performing TikTok dance routines to keep morale high. I mean, yeah. Why is this such a big thing now as well? Like, it seems like seemingly overnight, all of a sudden, Kaitlin Bennett's talking about it, Tim Pool's talking about it. Why the fuck are all of these people all of a sudden talking about TikTok nurses? I just don't get it. There was that fucking dipshit that made that comic. You're not a Marxist if you're not that's in hospitals. True. Sounds like a Janet Jackson, Lady Gaga preparing for a world tour. Yeah, true. Honestly, I think they get nursing jobs because they have no high-tech skills, or basically anyone can be a nurse. James, look, I know you're trolling, man. So look, I'll leave that at that. Yeah, it's been going on for months. Exactly. I mean, this article itself is 8 months old, so I don't really understand why there's this new focus on it now. But hey, here we are. I guess discourse is discourse.
During the pandemic, while simultaneously criticizing Trump for going golfing because he needs to take it more seriously. It's also why this nurse lost her job for making TikTok videos saying she doesn't wear a...
Wait, hang on a sec.
Criticizing Trump for going golfing.
Donald Trump plays golf as Congress scrambled to salvage COVID relief bill. Okay. Now here's the thing, okay? What they're criticizing here is the fact that Donald Trump is fucking off to do something. Now listen, this could be Orange Man bad, okay? This could be fucking Orange Man bad, I don't really know. But from just reading the headline, which is what I've got to go with here, it seems like what they're criticising is the fact that he's going golfing at a critical time in American politics when this COVID relief bill is, trying to be salvaged. So, I mean... maybe it's Orange Man bad? I don't know. To be fair, Orange Man is fucking horrible. I mean, true. But what I mean by that is, like, obviously sometimes the liberal press will make criticisms that, play into that trope a bit. But I don't know much about this. But It's this is just a typical. This is the absolutely classic thing. Okay. This is an absolutely classic thing, right? Of vaguely gesturing at some sort of hypocrisy. We all know the meme. Right words are like, oh, well, they said A, but what about B? And it's vaguely maybe reading a certain way. Oh, hey, political puppy. Maybe just if you maybe squeeze it in like this into a little ball, maybe you could call it hypocrite. I don't know. Yeah, a bit of whataboutism, exactly. Anyway, this next point we dealt with the other day, so let's get into it.
Because he needs to take it more seriously. It's also why this nurse lost her job for making TikTok videos saying she doesn't wear a mask when she's out of the house.
Okay, so we looked at this. The other day. I think that you could see more of the story. What this is an oncology nurse. So this is someone who treats people with cancer, okay? And she made a video bragging about flouncing the rules and the regulations around coronavirus. And it seems like the reason that she was fired was because her seniors were concerned, obviously, that she was flouting rules that she should follow as a medical professional and was therefore possibly putting her patients' health at risk. So it's like, yeah. You know, if I worked in a restaurant and I made TikToks about how I was pissing in the soup every day, I was like, yeah, just fucking got a fucking big old piss in that tomato soup again. Ha! Can't wait for those fuckers to taste it. It was a real spicy one. And then my boss calls me in and is like, look, we've seen the TikToks. We know about the piss soup. We're aware of the piss soup, okay? So we're going to have to let you go. I mean, I think we would rightly go, oh yeah, maybe you shouldn't. Well, first of all, maybe you shouldn't piss in the soup. But second of all, if you're going to piss in the soup, maybe don't make TikTok videos about it that your employers might find. Just a little tip for you. Yeah, if you filmed yourself punching a child in the back of the head on the bus for talking too loudly or something. Pea soup now, pea soup. You got chudded. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, do you see my point? So, obviously, if you're doing something... And the thing is like, you know, I'm a big believer that social media should be kind of separate broadly from like your work, and I don't think that you should be judged in work for things you do on social media. But there's obviously exceptions for that. Like if you're putting someone's health at risk or life at risk or putting someone in danger, then there's a different context there that I think needs to be looked at, right? It's one thing me retweeting a spicy meme and getting fired for it, and another me putting the lives of the people that I'm treating in jeopardy by not following the correct rules. So yeah. Anyway, sorry, let's continue.
And do you remember Nurse Holly? She was bullied off of TikTok earlier in the year for saying that the best way to prevent the spread of STDs is abstinence. So clearly, it's not the damn...
Wait, hang on. What's this person's name? Was she bullied off TikTok? What's her name? Nurse, TikTok, abstinence. Was she kicked off TikTok? Where's the... Here we go. Nurse Holly official. No, was she? I don't know. She'd been deleted or something. She deleted her account. Okay. Well, looks like she has been. Bye for now, it says. Bye for now, it says. So I guess it is true. Oh my god, super cringe. Yep, she's not on there anymore. Damn. Savage. Savage. I didn't know that. But the thing is, and the key thing there is, like, obviously that's not her employer, that's just people being dickheads online. It's kind of like a dumb thing to say, but I don't think someone deserves to be bullied off fucking TikTok for it. In any case, anyway, listen. Okay? Listen. Putting that to one side for a second. What the fuck has this got to do with what we're talking about? Like, what has this got to do with anything of what we're talking about? I really don't understand the link between this other person who had a cringe take on TikTok and got some heat for it and ended up getting fucking bullied off or whatever. I don't understand what that's got to do with what we're talking about at the moment. It seems like a non sequitur, but there we go. Let's continue.
Year for saying that the best way to prevent the spread of STDs is abstinence. So clearly, it's not the dancing that liberals are crazed with, and it's clearly not simply a morale booster for a stressful job. Otherwise, they wouldn't be bullying nurses that disagree with them politically, because as far as I'm concerned, their jobs would be just as stressful, and they're still healthcare heroes saving lives too, right? That's why I'm not afraid to say that the dancing is insulting. They're not doing it to de-stress or have fun. They still have a job, while many of you watching this don't. Because people like them said the only way you can take this virus seriously is
oh my god, the idea of pointing to healthcare workers going, they've got a job during a pandemic. These people just, oh my god. I really wish that someone like Kaitlin Bennett could just do like a week in a COVID ward. I just wish that there was a way to make it safe enough so that she could go and spend a week working in a COVID ward, just so she can see what it's like firsthand, you know? I've read accounts, I've spoken to people about it, not just Doc Midnight, other people in my own life as well. And it's harrowing. It's absolutely fucking harrowing when you read and understand exactly what's going on in those wards. But these people don't do that. They see TikTok videos, which represents 0.1% or whatever it is, of like total manpower hours spent by nurses, and they make their judgment based on that, you know? Or they listen to some, I tell you, my favourite one is when they get some like doctor of psychiatry. They get some doctor of psychiatry on, right? And they're like, oh well, look at what this, or something like that. Like it's like a medical professional, but it's always someone who, like, it's not really relevant to what we're talking about. It's just some random fucking qualification that they've got. And they're like, oh, let's see what this psychiatrist has to say. Or let's see what, like, I don't know. Like, do you know what I mean? They never speak to anyone relevant. They don't really ever seem to speak to anyone relevant or get any insights or idea of what's going on from anything other than memes, TikTok, stuff like that, you know? Anyway, sorry, I'm going off on tangents. Let's continue.
To be laid off from your job and sit at home doing nothing. They can march alongside Black Lives Matter who protest by the thousands, but in some states, you still can't gather in your church or eat inside a restaurant. The last straw for many of us was when we were told we couldn't even see our families for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and that we're murderers if we do. It was perfectly okay when nurses gathered with thousands of BLM protesters in New York, but if you wanted to see your family for the holidays in the very same state, you were only allowed to gather with 10 people. Because remember, you're not taking this virus seriously unless you cut off your family during the holidays. But we're taking it seriously even though we gather by the thousands and dance near dead bodies. Now, to be clear, I don't dislike doctors and nurses.
Yo, what's going on with chat? It seems like it's not working. Hello? Oh shit. Hello? 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 Okay, listen. Here's what we're going to have to do. Go to, in my Discord, go to the stream chat on my Discord and we'll just use that, okay? We'll just use that instead. For the time being. What the fuck is going on with Twitch chat? That's weird, isn't it? Sorry about this. What's wrong with it? But Twitch is working. Twitch has been balked for 2 days. Third time Twitch chat's broken. I'll try and anyway, I'll try and get it sorted.
And I definitely don't think the entirety of the profession should be lumped in with these egomaniacs who are piggybacking off of the despair millions of us are feeling for likes and retweets. But my goodness, do they make it hard to not feel some type of resentment? And they make it increasingly difficult for us to take things seriously, as they would say, when they give off the appearance that they aren't taking this seriously. Tim Pool made a great point in one of his recent YouTube videos where he compared dancing in a hospital to dancing at a funeral. Watch.
It's like going to a funeral, all wearing funeral clothes, and then doing a, yo, wave your arms, everybody, woo, and start clapping and cheering. Are you nuts?
It really is the same thing, which is why it's so freaking gross. And it's no different than the dancing plague doctor twerking during the bubonic plague. Nor would it be any different than if Donald Trump decided to start dancing for all that he's done for the country to fight the virus. But something tells me the Democrats and the media would have a very different reaction if he took to TikTok to shake his booty. The issue here is that the left wants you to feel sorry for these nurses. They want you to applaud their dances so that you let them take away your rights.
Okay, I as a representative of the left, what I want to do is make it clear that I have got absolutely no interest in whatever, like, I'm not expecting people to, like, applaud these nurses. I'm not, all I want is people to follow the guidelines and not spread COVID and hopefully try and lighten the load on medical professionals. That's it. That's all I want to do. I don't want anyone to do anything, really. I don't know. It's so silly to me. This idea that, you just want people to clap them as they take away your rights. So, yeah, I don't know. Trump could have done more to stop the virus. Healthcare workers are true. Tim Pool's got the same beanie as you. Oh, no, that's not good. That's not good at all. Anyway, look, let's continue with this. I'm trying to sort out chat.
Except, that's not what millions of people who lost their jobs think. That's not what fathers who couldn't attend their child's ultrasounds think. That's not what children who watched their elderly grandparents die alone think. That's not how the husband who can't provide for his family because his work wasn't essential thinks. That's not how anyone is looking at this. They are insulted that the government put their livelihoods on the back burner to make the healthcare professionals' jobs easier, just to get TikTok videos shoved in their face 9 months later. This isn't funny, and it's no dancing matter. Something else that isn't a dancing matter is how unhinged the left has gotten, which is why I need to hire security every time I go out to film. With the new year ahead of us, that means new videos, and I have so many plans for this year that I can't do without your help. That's why I need you to support my work directly at patreon.com/Kaitlin Bennett.
Oh my God.
And for just $5 a month, you can gain access to my private Facebook group. Dancing for Democrats is cringy, weird, and insulting. Stop it and get some help, please.
Stop
we know
it
the
and
truth
get some
about
help.
these masks, but sometimes you're still forced to wear them.
And look at this, the merch as well, so
The
shameless.
shopfreedommask.com, it helps support my work. We have so many. This is the best seller for people who are forced to wear a mask but still want to send a message while they're being forced to. Shopfreedommask.com. Go to libertyhangout.tv right now to watch Kaitlin Bennett Uncensored. Not only will you get to watch exclusive
The
content.
grift, we've seen this so many times now. The grift. The grift, the grift, the grift, the grift. There it is. Oh. So frustrating. There we go. There we go, people. There it is. Kaitlin Bennett. With an absolutely ridiculous video. That, I don't know. It's the same as Tim Pool. It's the same stuff as Tim Pool, right? What more can I say?